to turn to the issues and talk about the top issues facing Americans right now. According to a recent Economist YouGov poll, these are the top issues that Americans think are very important to them: inflation and prices, jobs and the economy, and healthcare. So what's the Green Party's pitch to Americans when it comes to those issues?
We need an economy that's working for everyday people, and especially for workers, for the poor, for the marginalized, who become a greater and greater segment of the population. By the hour, 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 87 million do not have adequate health care coverage. 1/4 of all people who are renting are financially stressed by just meeting their rent. And so many of the promises that have been made by the, shall we say, corporate political parties, by the political establishment, so many of those promises have been left unfulfilled, that wages would be raised, that there would be a $15 minimum wage, or that there would be relief on health care, or real relief, for example, on pharmaceuticals. That has not come to pass. And even what the administration claims to be their key accomplishments, for example, the pharmaceutical pricing negotiations that was part of the Inflation Reduction Act, that promises to have 10 pharmaceuticals negotiated for their price by 2026. 10, okay? And, this is just not making a meaningful impact. And it's not just that things are not improving, they are just palpably unraveling, that our lives are facing crisis really across the board. Look at the heat waves that people are contending with right now, or the prices that people are paying for food, which are certainly being aggravated not only by the war in Ukraine and the disruption of signs and so on, but just, the impact of climate. So, tax the wealthy, and we are seeing the cutting of essential social programs. While we $115 on Ukraine, 15 million people are being thrown health care. Millions of children are being thrown into poverty because of the failure to renew the child poverty tax exemption. So, all of these things are really hurting the American people, and the time is right for us to stand up and demand something different. In fact, it's not just that the time is right. People are already demanding a real change. And if you look at the polls, it's now something like 62% that are saying they want another choice. This is about offering people the choices that they are demanding. And if you look at party identification, the number of people who now consider themselves third party or independent is actually twice the number that consider themselves either Democrat or Republican.